I'm Kay Rochelle, welcome to my channel, and today I'm going to be showing you 2 ways to do your brows. Let's get started. First, you're going to grab your spoolie, and then you're going to brush out your brows. Then you're going to grab your eyeliner pencil and just begin to shape around your brows. Remember to go in the direction of the hair in which it grows. And also you're going to follow your own brow shape. You don't have to do it according to how mine is shaped. You're going to do this for both brows and basically shade into the intensity that you want your brows to look, meaning you're going to make them as dark as you would like. I'm using a brown eyeliner pencil instead of a black pencil because I don't want my brows to look too dark or intense. The brown pencil basically helps the brow to look natural. And here I'm just doing the same thing that I did with the other brow. I'm just outlining it with the pencil, and then I'm going to go back and shade accordingly. Next, I'm moving on to my spoolie again, and I'm just going to go ahead and brush that liner into my brows, pushing some of the liner up into the front where it has the fade effect, and blending to get rid of the harsh lines. Here I have my angled brush, and I'm just lining and shaping my brow with concealer. You can take your time at this part. You don't have to do the line all at once. And remember to start below your brow, not directly on it, to give yourself room for error. If you have a hard time steadying your hand, you can rest your pinky against your face to give yourself more control over the brush. And as you see, I will do this process over and over again until I have reached my desired arch. And I'm just taking my time. Next, I move on to the top or the upper line of my brow. I lay down the product first and then move the product according to the shape that I want my brow to be. That way, again, I leave myself room for error. And I'm just going to take my time. As you see, I ended up moving too fast and getting a little concealer on my brow, but I can easily clean it up. I do the same thing to my other brow, laying down the product first and then slowly moving it into position to get the desired shape of my brow. Again, there's no need to try to do this all in one step. Go ahead and take your time. I'm just going to take a blending brush at the end and blend out the concealer around my brows. There you have it. I'm happy with my results. Hope you enjoyed. Here is the shadow method, and all I'm doing is taking a brown eyeshadow and I'm filling in my brows. It doesn't have to be neat. Again, you can go in the direction that your brow is shaped, and you're just going to be taking the eyeshadow and filling in your brows. Next, I take my spoolie and I brush the product into my brow. Then I go back with the shading brush and shade some more. Then I go ahead and I get my angled brush with the concealer on it and begin to carve out my brow. Remembering to move in the direction that my eyebrows go, and I'm creating the arch that I want. I go ahead and I do the exact same thing to the other side. Going ahead and taking it stroke by stroke, shaping my brow. I move on to the upper line of my brow, continuing to shape my brow with the concealer. And you're going to do this until you get the desired shape that you want your brows to be. I move to my other brow and I do the same thing. I'm just taking it stroke by stroke. Notice that I'm not actually going directly on the brow, but right above it. Again, this allows me room for error. I'm just going back in with my brush and shading a little bit more where I feel more eyeshadow needs to be at. And then I'm just gonna go and add a little bit more to the ends of my brow and take that concealer brush and clean those ends up, making them more crisp. Lastly, I grab a blending brush and I go ahead and blend out that concealer around my brows. Just basically blending it into my skin where the brow looks natural and there's no harsh lines around my brow where you can actually tell that I have carved out my brows to the way I want them to look. I grab my spoolie and I go ahead and I move the product to the front just to create a fade effect. And there you have it. Don't forget to like and subscribe.